From the moment we announced it, I'm like, hey, I'm going to make a movie with my daughter, and Johnny Depp's in it, and his daughter's going to be in it too. And right away I saw like fucking The Long Sharp Knives come out. And so as expected, it goes to Sundance. And, you know, so I'm not saying this movie's for everybody. It's for like 10 people in the world. But the 10 people that love it will love it like religion and stuff.
Well, haven't you always?
All right. How you doing? I'm Corey Hunter, and welcome to another episode of Our Film School. In this episode, we have a clip of Joe Rogan speaking to Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith is like an indie filmmaker. He's done a bunch of great things. A lot of people know him for Clerks, but he also done other things. And he just seemed like a really cool guy. So, in this clip, Kevin Smith was speaking about, one of the movies he did and how critics pretty much jumped on him the moment he announced he was doing a film starring his daughter, right? Obviously people might have made criticism from being biased, but it doesn't matter, right? One of the punchlines is, matter of fact, none of that is the punchline of this clip. But before we really jump into things, one of the things he mentioned was how they just had a total party of like trashing the movie once he threw it into Sundance. And that little spare of the conversation is where, I want to start off at. Yuck, man, there's a bunch of people with a lot of big dreams, right? We got big dreams, and we're saying, if you're a person and you've been writing your script, you want to sell your script because, you're trying to make it big. We're all trying to find our own routes to success, right? And one of the common routes, one of the romanticized routes is, you make a movie, you put it into film festivals, somebody of some influence or power or opportunity might see it and make you an offer. And that's usually the dream. That's usually the structure that people go to film school or get into the business believing, right? Kevin Smith made a movie and threw it to Sundance. Now the question I have for you is, are you making movies on the level of Kevin Smith? Kevin Smith is by all means of the imagination humble. He's a very extremely humble dude, right? But what we do also know about Kevin Smith is that he got a proven track record. He is by no means of the imagination a rookie. So, when you throw your stuff into Sundance or these other big film festivals, Tribeca, whatever it may be, these are the filmmakers you're competing against, right? So, it kind of put things into perspective. It's not there to not encourage you to follow your dreams, but we just have to also be realistic of the competition. And the competition is Kevin Smith's, right? There's a whole bunch of influential filmmakers, actors, people who's trying to get into the business, people who's making movies that they consider small. And they're throwing their small movies into film festivals hoping it make it big, right? So, what I'm saying is, move with strategy, move with purpose, and we can't just jump all out the window on our movie because we believe, oh yeah, man, this movie that I made for $500 is about to make it big for me, right? Because we got stories like that, like Robert Rodriguez, who spent $10,000 on a movie and end up becoming a sensation, right? But we also have to remember that he became famous because he took his movie, put it on VHSs, and was moving it. This is we in the 2000s now. No one is putting their movie on a VHS. What I'm saying is times done change, right? We do have stories of people taking these things to festivals, even now, right? Usually they're bigger names, and if they're not bigger names, they're people who have access to bigger budgets, right? Which means somebody along that chain is a big name, whether it be a director, the producer, or the actor. Somebody in that sphere, whoever get their movie to pop, someone in there is somebody of influence, somebody who's strong enough to actually get their film seen in Sundance, right? So yeah, man, before I just keep on carrying on, the moral so far in this conversation is, be aware of the competition. Be realistic about the competition. Make your movies, man. Know what I'm saying? If you can only make your movie in $20, you make it. You become better. You keep on doing it and you do it consistently, right? But what we can't do is we can't freaking sell our homes and sell our cars so that we can make a $5,000 movie and hope that this is going to change our life. We have to come up with a strategy for us that makes sense. And unfortunately, for every person, that strategy is different, because for every person, their skills and resources and networking is different. So you got to figure out what works for you, right? What works for Kevin Smith isn't going to work for you because you're not Kevin Smith and this isn't the 90s. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Check me out on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Leave a comment so that we can get a discussion going. Check out the Patreon. Check out the Turtle School. That's there for you. Tools to help you learn and write and create stories. Thank you, and I appreciate you.